So we have some breaking news. Anthony Rizzo of the Yankees has just retired from the game of baseball. He is going to become a professional Super Mario Party player. He's a gamer now, and Aaron Judge is the Yankees' first baseman going forward. Obviously, I'm joking. They're just having fun at spring training. Aaron Judge, he used to be a first baseman back in high school and I think college as well, so that's not serious. Anthony Rizzo is still employed by the Yankees. But we do have quite a few things to talk about in today's recap. The Diamondbacks have added yet another free agent. Juan Soto and Fernando Tatis Jr., it's been confirmed that one of them is the left fielder. We'll talk about that in just a second. Also, Bryan Reynolds, the superstar center fielder for the Pirates, he came out and said that he still kind of wants to get traded. So we have some breaking news. This literally happened as I was editing today's video. The Yankees, yeah, they should probably never make a trade with the A's ever again because the Sonny Gray trade, that was terrible. Now Frankie Montas is going to be missing all of 2023 with shoulder surgery. As you can see, all of those young prospects went to the A's, so they're smiling right now, and for all the wrong reasons, because Frankie Montas, I'm not accusing the A's of selling the Yankees a lemon or anything like that, but Frankie didn't look good in any of his starts with the Yankees. Maybe the A's knew more behind the scenes, but then again, the Yankees, they had their physical. He passed, and they were just in a panic mode, so they let him play. Now, before we get into all of those big updates, I do want to talk about a few smaller things. If you guys have never seen what the new base looks like, the former one is on top, so it was 15 inches by 15 inches. The newer one is 18 inches by 18 inches. Again, they're trying to keep players safe. It's made of a different material, and also it's going to increase stolen bases because now with the bigger base, you're going to be able to get to the base quicker. I talk a lot of smack about Major League Baseball, and rightfully so, because they don't do the smartest things sometimes, and recently MLB Network was removed from YouTube TV, which affects me. I was so mad, but here's something that actually makes me happy. Going forward in 2023, if you have MLB TV, you have access to over 7,000 minor league games. That is a game changer. If you want to watch Anthony Volpe as a Yankees fan, or if you just want to watch him as a Red Sox fan to see what you might be up against over the next few decades, yeah, you can now do that. Or if you're a Cubs fan and you want to see Jordan Walker, you can do that as well. 7,000 minor league games will be available in 2023. This is huge. So a little golf clap. I am happy that this is happening, but also, can you please bring back MLB Network to YouTube TV, please? Now, here's something that you guys might not care about, but do you know the scoreboard that was introduced? I don't know if it was 2021 or 2022. At the bottom, it takes up half of the bottom screen. I absolutely hate this. This was by a company called Bally. Well, they're actually going bankrupt or insolvent, so we might not have to worry about this scoreboard going forward. And honestly, I don't know a lot of people who like this thing, because to me, it ruins highlights. It ruins so many things because it's just right there in front of your face and you can't get away from it. Yeah, I'm not happy that they're going bankrupt. I don't want to say that out loud, but not having to worry about this scoreboard in 2023 and beyond, I'm hoping that's the case. You guys like what I did there? I was showing Andrew Chafin highlights showcasing the Bally Sports scoreboard, and now we have to talk about Andrew because he's on a new team. Andrew Chafin has been one of the most productive left-handed relievers in all of baseball over the last 2 seasons. From 2021 to 2022, in nearly 130 innings out the pen, he's pitched in 135 games. He has a 2.29 ERA and an almost 10 strikeouts per 9. This guy has been incredible, and he is now joining a pretty solid Arizona bullpen. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I kind of just made that up. I don't know if they're good. So Andrew Chafin, you have Mark Melancon, Kyle Nelson. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this bullpen looks decent at the very least. Andrew Chafin is a welcome addition. He's gonna be needed because you did have Joe Mantiply. I think he was an all-star in 2021 or 2022, something like that. I don't remember. And then Kyle Nelson. So yeah, I feel like this is a pretty good addition if you ask me. I mean, the real strength of the Diamondbacks is gonna be their offense with Corbin Carroll as their leadoff hitter. I'm hoping that Ketel Marte bounces back. Jake McCarthy is underrated. They added Lourdes Gurriel. They added Gabriel Moreno, Evan Longoria. Kyle Lewis is someone that can make Alek Thomas expendable because they have so many left-handed outfielders. If Kyle Lewis steps in and plays like Rookie of the Year Kyle Lewis, I feel like everyone has just written him off, and maybe rightfully so because he can't stay on the field. But Kyle Lewis, one of the biggest wild cards in all of baseball going into the 2023 season. This Diamondbacks lineup looks incredible. The rotation begins with Zach Gallen, so that's already a great start. I do like this guy. They don't include him on Fangraphs, but Dre Jameson, first of all, it reminds me of the guy from Spider-Man, Joe Jonas Jameson. I like him already. But in 24 innings last year, he had 24 strikeouts and a 1.48 ERA, so Dre Jameson, I don't know if he's going to be a mainstay in the rotation for 2023. They don't even have him him as a projected starter on Fangraphs, but the kid, he's got some nasty stuff, and I really feel like the Diamondbacks, they can surprise some people in 2023, especially with the fact that their bullpen just got better with the addition of Andrew Chafin. He's so good. So before we talk about Bryan Reynolds essentially calling out the Pirates again and basically saying that he still wants to be traded, let's talk about Juan Soto versus Fernando Tatis Jr. Who is going to be the left fielder? Well, the manager of the Padres, Bob Melvin, actually announced that Juan Soto is the left fielder, Tatis will be the right fielder, and I don't know exactly how that's going to work, because if we take a look at this page right here, do you see OAA? That is outs above average. So in 2018, Juan Soto was terrible as a left fielder and really good as a right fielder the next year in 2019. Then in 2020, he was decent at right field, not very good in left. In 2021, he was better in right field. In 2022, he took a million steps back, a negative 16 outs above average in right field. He was terrible defensively. Is he going to make the flashy play every so often? But defensively, whether he's in right or left, honestly, he's going to struggle no matter what and have an occasional good season every other year. I don't know if Fernando Tatis Jr. just doesn't want to be known as a left fielder, because I'm not saying that left fielders are known for not being athletes, but they are kind of known for not being the most athletic of players, whether it's Kyle Schwarber or Yordan Alvarez. I'm not saying that those two guys aren't athletic, but defensively and with their speed, yeah, you're not really looking at them for that. Fernando Tatis is a juggernaut offensive player. In his first few seasons, he has a 160 OPS plus, a near 370 on base percentage, and an almost 600 slugging. That's all they care about. They just want Fernando Tatis Jr. to kind of hide in right field, be healthy, play 130 games, and they're going to roll into the playoffs cooking, in my opinion. So last season, Bryan Reynolds, he was pretty good. 27 home runs, a 350 on base percentage, and a 126 OPS plus. He is one of the better offensive outfielders in baseball, and this is what he had to say yesterday when asked about if they resolved his contract talks.
What led you to the decision to ask for a trade?
I mean, not getting too much into it. I think just a difference in opinion, and I don't know, I guess what we viewed my worth as a player, I guess, and you know, that's where we ended up.
Has that been resolved to some degree, given that you're here, or does the request still stand?
I mean, no, nothing's really changed from that, you know, that front, but I wanted to get down here early and, you know, get to work. You know, I was working with Haynes all off season. He came down here, so I wanted to hit with him and finally have a semi-normal spring training for once. So
I don't know about you guys, but it sounds like Bryan Reynolds is there for his teammates and his teammates only, because it sounds like he wants out ASAP. And then last but not least, I do want to talk about Jesse Winker, because he had 2 surgeries over the offseason. Again, he was traded to the Brewers, so hopefully he bounces back because he's healthier. He fixed his meniscus in his left knee, and he had disc replacement surgery in his neck, so he had problems looking over to his right shoulder. And if you're a left-handed hitter, that's a big time problem, because all you do is look to your right. So Jesse Winker, crossing my fingers that he has a more productive season. Honestly, Mariners fans, they began not to really like this guy, so a fresh start is probably best for both parties, Mariners fans and Jesse Winker. You guys will both be better off without each other, in my opinion. But that does it for today's recap. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed or learned something new, leave a like and subscribe. If you're bored, there's a video right next to my face, so yeah, give it a look if you want. I don't care. Well, actually I do, but I don't know. I'm not going to force you.